Indicators number 2, Evaluation Criteria and Descriptors by Randall Centeno Hernandez. In the first video, we covered some information about indicators, such as the definition, characteristics of indicators, and a couple of examples. This video is about evaluation criteria. It includes the definition, characteristics, and examples of evaluation criteria. We will talk about the importance of constant observation and the relation of verbs in the syllabus in Bloom's taxonomy. Evaluation criteria show the level of performance of the students. They establish the degree to which learners are able to meet the objectives, curricular contents, specific skills, and competences. The level of performance can be established with numbers, but these numbers are not summative in this moment. You can specify words to show process and even symbols. The criteria is selected by the teacher, considering the goal or the objective of the syllabus. Evaluation criteria has to be coherent with the indicator, same cognitive level, comprehensible, meaning one single interpretation. It should specify the degree and type of learning that is expected, consider the learning needs and styles, and specify skills or competences as well as the related contents. If we have the objective, imitating conversations related to the promotion of conservation, a possible indicator could be the learner describes ways in which they can promote conservation. Once you have the indicator, you can establish the criteria that you will use for the assessment. Once we have the indicators and the criteria, it is time to write down the descriptions of the criteria. We can use time expressions and adverbs of time, numbers, but not for summative purposes, percentages, and others. In the case of time expressions and adverbs and percentages, the teacher has to know what he means by each one. In other words, what most of the time is or what 89% means or represents. Remember that the indicator has to be measurable and observable. When you have your indicators for the objective and the corresponding criteria and descriptions, you are ready to assess the learning process of your students. The information that you gather is used for making decisions about the process to help the students learn and reach the goal or objectives. You can assign homework, give extra practice, or even send a note to parents. If you have an objective or goal with a verb from the first level of the taxonomy, you can use that same verb to write down the indicator. But if you have a verb from another level, you should write down indicators for the previous process. For example, if the goal or objective uses the word compare, you could have one indicator for learners to identify elements, another to describe the elements, classify them, and finally compare, because learners need all these processes before they are able to compare. You check one indicator along the process. It is not just one single observation. You can have several activities or tasks just to check on one single indicator. You can assess it during pre-task, task rehearsal, and task completion, or during presentation, practice, and production. It can take several days, and during this process, you are making decisions for learning.